Mid-South, welcome back from NJ's Live. Good to see you. Glad you got to tune in. This is must-see, exciting, fun fishing TV. So right now, I'm just tying a couple rigs just because I knew I had time. There's no video. What do you mean there's no video? Yes, I am in a new spot on the Mississippi River. My finger is not over the camera. That would be my finger over the camera. So if you look over here, there's structure. So I'm fishing over here, which I should be fishing in the structure, but I can't get that far out. So I'm tying up some rigs here so I can go ahead and set these up for double hooks. I just kind of threw them out because I already had them set up. You know, Mr. Anthony J, he's a hell of a fisherman. And he's a jokester. He's funny. Not as funny as you though, Mid-South. Okay, maybe he's more. But anyway, when I go on fishing trips, I try to learn from people. I don't sit there and say, okay, I know everything. So I watch Anthony J and how he ties his rigs and how he sets stuff up. So I thought I would give it a try. Just see how it works. So I tied me up a couple of leaders. And I tied me up some hooks on leaders. I'm using a mix of 5, 6, and 8/0 hooks. I'm gonna reel these dudes in. I'm gonna clip the old ones off real quick. I'm gonna tie these up. Yeah, I watch your live streams. Nothing works on your live streams. You can catch bluegill. I give you that. You can catch some bluegill or sunfish or whatever you want to call those minnows you were catching. But Anthony J, he catches real fish. So I have to learn from the pro. Don't you know? So I haven't changed the baits out yet. Because like I said, I just got down here. I threw them out. I had time. I'm like, I want to get this stuff set up before I start my live. Because you guys are bored enough when I'm here. So I didn't figure you'd want to be bored and watch me tie rigs. I just hooked myself. Can you believe that? I did. Rod, welcome in. Good to see you. We have Mid-South and the king of cats, Mr. Anthony J all day. And Mid-South and more Anthony J all day. Now we got Rod's Fishing Adventures, which is going to be another awesome trip next month. How can I afford to do this? Well, it sure as hell ain't from what I make on YouTube. I think I'm at like $25. $25. Clyde, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, and I know that bridge that he's fishing under. So yes. Duke, welcome in. Great to see you. That bridge connects that part of the lake and the other part of the lake. And on this side of the bridge, there's a little marina dock kind of dealy. And on the other side, there's not. Hey, Jess, how you doing? Welcome in. If y'all don't mind, hit that thumbs up. It's free. If you like to subscribe, feel free to. It don't cost you nothing either. On this channel, we're all about cheap. And cheap and free is cheap. Just fishing on the Mississippi River in Missouri today. We tried another spot earlier. It didn't pan out. So we thought we'd try for real fish in this spot. Been tying up some rigs. I'm going to pull these in. I'm going to go up there and get my skipjack. I'm going to cut some bigger chunks of skipjack and get some big chunks out there and see if we can't draw some fish in. Wild Hook, welcome back again. I'm using a mix of J hooks and circle hooks, so this ought to be interesting. Because then the question would be, do I set the hook or do I not? Because I don't know what fish is on which hook. So let me get these in. And we're going to change these rigs out really quick. Like super fast. Well, kind of quick. And we'll get them baited up and get them back out in the water. I'm going to try to get over by the structure a little bit more. I'll probably have to walk down there and cast out and walk everything back up here. But we're going to give it a try. Good to see you in here, Clyde. Thank you. So I'm not really sure how deep it is out there. I know I throw it out. I got a 6-ounce weight. It took about 3 seconds to hit the bottom. So I don't know how to calculate that, but it took about 3 seconds for a 6-ounce weight to hit the bottom. So Mid-South, with your 3rd grade education, maybe you can figure it out. Mid-South was bragging earlier about his education. I was kind of jealous. He kept failing 3rd grade, but he wanted to hang out and check out the chicks all day. That was his plan. I know that's what it was. Feel like I'm fishing the Kentucky River. I'm snagged on the shore. Tennessee River into Kentucky. You know what I meant, Mid-South. Yep, you sure do. Yep. Three seconds to hit the bottom. So who knows how deep that would be. Thank you guys for still hanging out there while I'm getting this done. Appreciate it. Dress, I don't know how to fish either. Don't feel bad. Larry, how you doing? I will calculate the depth for in 3 seconds. Lisa, welcome in. Danny Stone, how you doing? I'm up in St. Genevieve, stealing your river. I'll send whatever fish that I can catch down your way. I'm up here at the, I'm by the ferry crossing. I'm down the river from a ferry crossing in St. Gen. So welcome in. I'm glad to see you in. I'm going to go up there and grab me a couple pieces of bait. I didn't bring it down because I was like, I use what I got first and then I'll worry about it. But now I'm going to worry about it. All right, once I get this other rig set up, I'm going to use a headpiece and then part of the body section of the skipper jack. I never catch anything on the heads for some reason. I mean, I just never do. I just don't know why. But I'm going to keep trying. Sooner or later, I've got to catch something on the headpiece. All right, this one's going in. All right. 2 rods, 4 baits. Let's see if we can catch catfish. Because I don't think you need 4 rods and 4 baits. You can do the same thing on 2 rods. Just because Mid-South would do that. Have a good day, Lisa. Hey, F4C, how you doing? I just got set up on the Mississippi. I mean, set up the right way. I threw out earlier. I was just kind of halfway doing it. But we got 2 rods out with 4 baits. And actually here on the Mississippi, I could have went with 10 baits on a rod if I wanted to. But I just don't see me be able to handle all that. So, in Mid-South, you know, love the man to death and all. But he's got to have like 10 rods to catch 1 fish. So I need to prove to him that you can catch 1 fish on 2 rods. Anderson, Blake, how you doing? Great to see you. So we're going to give this probably another hour and a half here. Because I mean, I've got other things to do. I just wanted to come down and fish. I didn't realize the river is going to be down as far as it is. So we'll just see what happens. Because like this over here, normally you can't even see. I say this over here like you can see what I'm talking about. You can't normally even see that in the water. You can tell something's there, but you can't really tell what it is. But now we can. Get you a little closer in on them rods. There we go. So the big plan is just to catch a fish. Blue cat. A couple blue cats would be nice because I like to take at least 1 home, cook it up. I've never had blue cat. I can catch a gar. I ain't fooling with no gar. I'll get it off the hook and get it back in the water. Channel cats, flatheads, turtles, buffalo, drum. I'll take any of those. Then, you know, I've got the lucky Anthony J rattle trap. That man can catch anything on that rattle trap. I can't catch squat on it. I tried. I never do any good. Anthony J, he can. He can do it all day. Well, I mean, that's F4C. That's kind of my thing too. It's like if there's less water, there's less spots the fish can be. So they would have to be here because there ain't nowhere else for them to go. Just saying, to me, it makes sense. Danny Stone's probably got all the fish caught downriver. They won't come up here. They can't get past his lines. I seen him fishing yesterday. I'm like, where are you fishing at on the Mississippi? And I'm like, oh, okay, I know that area. I never fished it, but I know the area he's in. Because he's here in Missouri too. He's just farther south. A Coffee, you're not the only one left. Somebody else is here. There's 4 people in here now. I don't trust that counter because that counter it don't tell you the truth. There's too many people bounce in and out. I know we definitely not having the crowds that we had when school was out because, I mean, I had 40, 50, 60 people in a live at almost all times for a long time. And now there's like hardly anybody. That just tells you how many of the kids come into the lives. Did anybody see what that was that jumped? I did not see what it was. Yeah, Dan, I don't know that much about it. I know it didn't take but 3 seconds for my weight to hit the bottom, so I know it's not that deep. I could have went down here to one of the wing dams, but it's a long walk. It's sunny. I know I won't be able to see my phone, and I didn't want to bake in the sun. So I figured I've caught my 2 biggest catfish this year in shallow water. And that was a 50 and a 70-ish pound blue cat. So I'm like, I'm just going to sit here and see what happens. If I don't catch anything, I'm still fishing, and you guys are hanging out with me. That's what matters. Gerald, good morning. Welcome in. Good to see you. And I caught them 2 big catfish on a little bitty piece of bait in like 2 to 3 foot of water. And I kind of wish that was a nice cold adult beverage, but it's not. Oh, you're Gerald too? Oh, hi, Gerald too. I never knew your real name, so that's why I'm confused. It's like I'm Scott, Scotter, Scooter, Scotty. I answered to pretty much any of them. I'm good with it all. Just don't call me late for supper. You know how that is. So I'm expecting at least a gar bite. I mean, this is the Mississippi. Joshua, how you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? Huh. All right. I got you, G. So on your little short you put out, or your little short video, did you get your 10 people in the comments to win your little sticker pack and whatever else you had there? So see, I watched it. I seen your video. You got 5 peoples. All right. You're halfway there then. Because I can honestly say I haven't watched enough of your videos to know the name of your fish and what kind of fish it is and where it came from. But it still supports you. But it's a good way to get people to watch your videos to give you watch hours. So it's good thinking on your end. All right, I'm making one last trip up to my truck, I think, and I'll be right back. And I think those rods are kind of locked down. So if something takes off with it, hopefully they don't go in the water. Not that any of us around here know about things going in the water. All right, so this is the very first time that I think I've ever fished this river and it's been so low in this area. I've been up around Festus and fishing and it was low, but this is kind of all new for me. So I don't know anything about the water out there except for it's wet and it's warm. Ask for name of the fish, what river, and what state. Okay, I knew it was something like that, but I'm like, I didn't have any of the answers for that. I got the fish right, couldn't remember anything else. Yeah. See, I mean, but it's a good way to get watch hours. It's very smart. Sunshine, welcome in. Thank you. Glad to see you in. We're on the mighty Mississippi. Here's a little view. There's the dike, the wing dike that's out there. There's a couple more a little farther down, I think. I know there's another one at least. Sunshine, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up. We only got 11 thumbs up today. Kind of been a slow day. I think most people is over at NJ's watching him. He's always a barrel of excitement. He's rolling about something one way or another. It's a good show. I really wish you kind of had a co-host. Makes it go by a little bit faster. A little bit easier to do. I know I've done a 6-hour live. That was pretty tough. And I've done a 12-hour, 11-hour and 50-minute live. I slept part of that, though. My son took over for a while, and I dozed off. And we got some folks down yonders down here. Down there throwing cast net, I guess trying to get some shad. I ain't seen them come up with nothing yet. But they're trying. That's what matters. I got the skippies, so I don't have to worry about it. Shad might be the better bait. Because I did throw for some skips while I was down here. I didn't have any luck. I didn't get a bite. Nothing. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I was driving and fish. I did a live once already in a ditch that I thought I could catch some bowfin in. I didn't have any bites at all. Well, something ate my bait, but then I moved my line, so I'm assuming it's probably a turtle. So that's why I'm doing this. When I go up to rods in the middle of September, I'm almost guaranteed to catch a bowfin because I catch a bowfin every time I go up there. They're a lot of fun to catch. They're slimy. They're slick. They put up a heck of a good fight. So yeah, they might be trash fish, but they're fun fish to catch. So all the kiddies are in school now. That means the rivers are kind of going to open up and hopefully the fish will start coming in because you know they've been hit hard throughout the summer with everybody and their brother fishing for them. So now all of our public spots will be better. At least hope so. You know, I figured them at least the gar would be in these shallower waters. Because Anthony J yesterday, he was catching big gar all day. I'm like, I need to get in on some of that action. I can't let him have it all to himself. Yeah, I know they have to be in the Mississippi because I always catch them when I'm at rods in the Illinois River. Well, the Illinois River dumps right into the Mississippi River. So they have to be here. And all I know really about them is they like calmer water. It's kind of like shallow or what have you. I don't so much know that they're in the, I would guess they're in the deeper water. I just don't know that much about them. But I always end up catching one. You know, that's like, I would imagine that there's striper bass in here. I've never caught one. I know there's white bass. I've caught a couple of those. And there's largemouth. I've caught those. I'm sure there's smallmouth. But I mean, there's got to be everything in the Mississippi River. The sharks have gone all the way up to the Alton Dam. So I know sharks will come up here. I think they've only found a couple sharks. I guess there's the bull sharks that can transition from the salt to brackish water to fresh. But they've been seen. Now that would be a lot of fun to catch, but I don't see that happening. We're down to 5 wonderful people according to that counter, but I don't believe that counter because it changes all the time. The farther south, if you go down towards like New Orleans and stuff, it's brackish. But the further north you go, it's fresh. But the bull sharks, they can handle the fresh or the brackish water. Or I guess just straight salt water as far as that goes. So yeah, part of the Mississippi's brackish, but it's the southern part. I'm in Missouri, so I'm like smack dab in the middle. I know if you've ever watched M. Hood fishing, where he's at, it's normally freshwater, but once the river starts going down, the more brackish water will move up into his parish. Yeah, brackish is a mix of salt and freshwater. So M. Hood, if y'all have never seen him, he's a different character. You don't ever know if he's coming or going sometimes. He puts a good little video together. He's always normally got a pretty good story behind it. And somebody put a good video together. I was really impressed with Todd Project's video he put out this morning. He did a really good job with the footage that he had. He did a lot better job than what I could have done. So I was really glad to see his video. I thought it turned out really good. Oh wow, $10 million on the lottery. That would be nice. That'd buy me a couple of those Berkley big game rods. Yes, I believe in fishing with affordable fishing gear. I have one Mad Catz rod that sits in the corner because it's pretty and I don't want to get it messed up. On a scratch off ticket. That's crazy. I'm gonna check that left rod. I didn't really like how the hooks were set up on it. I almost kind of got a feeling they're probably all goofed up. I think I made my leaders a little bit too long. I'm gonna shorten these leaders up really quick. I just don't like how long they are. All right, I think I like that a little bit better. We'll walk over here and try to throw in the structure, or at least closer to it. I know I'm probably really on the wrong side of that structure because that smell from that bait needs to go down towards the structure. But there's no shade over there. And I didn't bring my canopy to shade my phone. Therefore, my phone's going to overheat. Hey, now that looked like a bite there. Looks like we might have had a little taparoo on that right rod. Might have been a turtle, but it did bend forward. So we'll see if it comes back for it. Rio, welcome back in. Good to see you, Jackson. Welcome back in. So I've noticed around here there's a lot of piers, like old piers that were here, and some foundations. Maybe there was houses here at one time, which would be an awesome spot for a house till it floods. I don't hear nothing about catching those stupid turtles. I catch them things all the time. I hate turtles. All they do is steal your bait. All right. Thanks, Anthony J. All day. Have a good day. Good luck. And I'm sure you're going fishing somewhere. I was like, what the heck is that? It's a big old piece of something floating down the river. Big piece of plastic or maybe wood. I'm sure it's going to get right in my lines. That's just how things are. Oh, turtles are lovely. I like to see those painted turtles. I don't care too much for the snapping turtles, but I like to look at the painted turtles. Of course, I'm sure they're probably called something different somewhere else, but they got like all the oranges and greens and stuff through their necks. So we're going to go for about another hour and 5 minutes. And if we don't catch nothing by then, there ain't no fish in this big river. Yeah, it missed. It kept on floating. But see, there could be a great big log all the way across the river. And by the time it got over here, it'd be in my line. That's my luck. Oh, I do have a hole in my pocket. I thought these little shorts that I had a hole in my pocket in. One of these days I'm gonna learn how to sew and fix that hole. I guess it's probably not that hard to sew. Could just get a stapler and staple it. That'd solve the whole problem. Sea turtles are getting rare. I'm sure with all the trash and stuff that gets dumped in the ocean and the rings from soda bottles and things like that, pollution. I'm sure that hurts a lot of the aquatic life in the ocean. All the crap that comes from up here goes there. And sea turtles are very beautiful. I just really don't understand why nothing's been on that. I did put fresh bait on that left rod when I brought it in and adjust the leads. So both those rods have fairly fresh bait on them. I've caught all my bigger fish on the tail end part of the skipjack lately. I don't know why, but it seems to be what's biting. So it's what they want. I'm gonna keep trying to give it to them. I was gonna stop and get worms, and I'm like, man, I gotta buy gas and everything else. I'm just gonna make it as cheap as I can, use what I have. Because at least with worms, you can catch just about anything. You can catch drums and carp and catfish. If I had some Sunny's Triple S, I'd have probably brought that and tried to use it for some small channel cats. The thing I don't like about using like stink baits and dip baits, things like that, is a lot of times they'll swallow it. So whether you want to keep it or not, you're going to keep it because it's going to die. You know what I mean? We got 10 to 12 wonderful people, 16 thumbs up. Thank you guys. And I do have stickers in nowadays. I try to give them out to the kids when I see kids. You know, I'm like, hey, you like fishing? No, like, here, have a sticker. I've tried hot dogs. The only thing it eats on hot dogs around me is the stupid bluegill and the turtles. Same thing with shrimp. I can't really say I've ever caught a catfish. I've seen it done on turtles, or on hot dogs, but I've never caught a fish with it. But really, in all honesty, this is the first year that I have really dedicated to try to catch catfish. Before it was just like here and there. You know, just like I'm bored, I'm just going to go catfish because I've always crappie fished, or I used to bass fish all the time. So this is my first year of really dedicating time to catfishing. So I'm learning. I am learning from people teaching, like Anthony J, and watching people like Cindy and Travis and Danny Stone. I'm watching these people fish, and I take in and I try to apply what I learned to my fishing. Do you hand out a can? Yes, I do. I do, Mid-South. Yeah, I haven't had no luck. I mean, I even do the hook it through, and then come back, flip it around, and put the other end of the hook through the hot dog. You know, so it's kind of like on your hook twice. And then bluegill, they just sit there and peck that stupid hot dog off of there, or the turtles. I know Wild Hook was using Rhea C's recipe of Cheese Whiz and hot dogs. He caught catfish. We got a little ferry crossing here, and this guy's coming across the water with looks like a truck. You can't ever depend on this ferry to be open because sometimes they're here and sometimes they're not. And if they're not here and people got to go to Illinois, because that's Illinois across the river, they got to go all the way down, come all the way back up. So it's like a 60-mile trip if this ferry is not running. And it's like 12 or 15 bucks or something to go across, or 25 for both. There's Rhea. She's driving and listening. Rhea is everywhere. You'll see Rhea in like 10 lives at one time. And I don't think she misses any of it. She can probably tell you what every single person does in that live. But I tell you what, I'm so glad that Rhea came over and got in our community. She's a very awesome person. I'm going to fish again next week up at my sister's in the mountains. Hey, that'd be awesome. Where I live at, I don't really have any place to fish, so I got to drive like 45 minutes to an hour to come down here to the Mississippi River to try to have a chance at catching a decent fish. As y'all have seen, I haven't caught any big fish. Well, not lately. I did like a month and a half ago. That was it. That's when the river was flooded and there was, yeah, I mean, it was way, way up here. It's probably 25 feet higher than what it is now. Me and my buddy Shane, we were supposed to go out today, but he ended up having to cancel on me. So I'm like, well, I'm going fishing anyway. We're going to go down to the Festus area and put the boat in and go on the Mississippi there. Usually when we do that, we'll take a few jugs, we'll throw some jugs out and just sit there and babysit them and throw a couple lines off the back of the boat. But I really want to get into doing some bumping and some dragging for catfish. I mean, I want to know what it feels like to sit there and be bumping along and have that big catfish just grab a hold and just try to yank that rod out of your hand. I think that'd be an awesome experience. We got 12 awesome people in here. Thank you guys. Don't know who you are because I can't see some of you. But feel free to chat if you want. Check out other people's pages. You know, it's all about building a community, and I appreciate y'all for being here. I switched fishing bites, so we had a little bit of action. Now I just got to check the stupid phone to make sure that it's showing messages, because it will freeze up and you won't know it. Or if just nobody's talking. Mid-South, that's got to be something because Rhea goes to everybody's stream. You must really made her mad somehow. I think it'd take a lot to get Maria mad at you. All right, I'm going to go pull that right rod up, and I'm going to throw it to the right because it ain't doing nothing where it's at. All right, it's really shallow right there. So I'm going to look up Navionics really quick, trying to see what Navionics says this looks like here. I guarantee it's going to tell me it ain't deep. I'm sure you are. Okay, let's look at Navionics. Sticker Mule says last day for the 1-inch buttons for $19 for 50 of those. They're normally $33, but they got free shipping. Just to tell you. Come on, load up. So if y'all want any little buttons to send out, Sticker Mule's got a deal on them right now. Come on, you dumb thing, load up. I hate this Navionics app. This is what I see on my Navionics app. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. You could for a second. He's got it all blocked out. So it's like, does me absolutely no good. All right. So it ain't going to work. So I'm going to say this is probably about that deep out there. silly, the stupid app don't work. Don't see the point in it. Don't want to work right. And they want you to buy this. It's like $150. But if you can't read it on your phone, what's the good in buying it? It ain't gonna make it any better. All right, we're gonna go by another 45 minutes. Hopefully we get at least a bite, man. All this river, you got to think there's some sort of fish in here that's going to just like say, I'm hungry and want to eat those 2 baits, or the 4 baits, I should say. Gar, anything. I'll take it all. Any of them. That's the ferry you guys probably heard. He's got a truck jumping on her with the trailer, and they're going to head back across the river. I don't know who owns this ferry. I don't know if it's the state that owns it or if it's private or what. But one day, I should jump on the ferry, just cross the river so I can fish over there. I guess that barge, that's right. A barge is right there, I guess. They're not going to get it out of the water anytime soon. Or in the water. Because it's beached. Of course, that's been there every time I've come down here. That barge hasn't moved. So I don't know if it's something that got abandoned over there or floated down and somebody tied it off there. I don't know. John Joe, welcome in. Good to see you. We're just watching these fishing poles. They ain't doing nothing, but we're watching them. I got skipjack on. We got 2 hooks on each one of those rods. It's got skipjack on them. I ain't caught nothing on them yet, but we might. I just really think this water's still too warm and these fish just aren't that active. And I'm in some pretty shallow area, I think. If the water was up, I'd be in a good deep area. But it's just way down. I would say, oh, I know when I was here like 2 or 3 weeks ago, the water was up here where I'm standing. Now the water is way down there. Which probably don't look all that far to you guys on the camera, but it is. You should be, is that with like rocks tied to my ankles, Mid-South? Haven't caught anything on skipjack for a while. Fresh cut shad, common carp. Huh. Yeah, I've tried like bluegill. I don't do any good with bluegill at all. I've caught more on skipjack. And I haven't really had any place to get any shad from. So I've got skipjack in my freezer. That's what I've been using. I Googled around for 6 ounces of lead. Falling water should be around 650 per second, assuming no current nonsense. All right, well, that's fair enough. (27 to 30 degrees). Oh yeah, I'm sure, because I mean it's either hot as hot, or we're going from 90s to mid 70 days and 60s and 50s at night. So once the weather like starts to stable out, I think fishing will get better. We are getting through the dog days of summer. So soon things should be getting better. Hello, Mid-South. Everybody Mid-South is in chat, just so you all know. Come on, gar. Catfish, turtles, any of the above, I will take any. Hate to make this drive down here and not catch anything. I know what I need to do. I just need to go down to Danny Stone's and fish down there where he fishes. Then I can catch fish. He ain't that far away. Matter of fact, I could jump on the highway and probably be where he's at in an hour. Just a straight shot down. Hop on a ferry and troll it. Yeah, I wish. I wish they'd let you do that. I would. But I tell you what I might do when I leave. Okay, I work at a residential care facility, like a nursing home. And I've got a couple of my residents that went to a nursing home in this area. I might go visit them when I get off. I think they'd probably be happy to see me. Maybe. But I got nothing else to do today. And shoot, I might go hit 76 conservation area on the Mississippi down there for a little bit. I don't have to be home until like 7 or 8 o'clock. So I've got the day. I don't even know what I'm going to do. You know, if you go share the love and the caring and hey, we haven't forgot about you, the older people, that matters a lot to them. You know, the bad thing about when I started working in a nursing home, I just didn't really care about old people at all. Why would I want to do that? Ashley's not available. Besides, it'd be a long drive for me to go down to your house. Yeah, this is kind of a new spot. It's just down from one of my old spots on the Mississippi, but it's kind of a new spot. Well, I'll come give you a smooch too. I don't care. Sunshine fishing is relaxing, but it's more relaxing when you're catching fish. Yeah, F4C, it does. I mean, it's just because they're not at my facility anymore doesn't mean anything. Because I mean, we get to know each other and we're like family. I mean, I've been there for almost 4 years, and a lot of my residents have been there since I've been there. So it's like you get to be family. When you see them leave, you know, you still think about them and miss them. Clyde, have a good day. Thank you for popping in. I'm sure we'll see you around this evening somewhere. So yeah, they kind of become family. I mean, we spend 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 days a week together. I'm there almost every holiday for them. So yeah, they become like family. Now, I just seen my rod move, but I don't know if that was my rod I seen move or what it was. Thought I seen my rod move. I might have kicked my stand and didn't realize it. Because I seen it through the... Ooh, Rod's Fishing Adventures is live, guys. If you got like 25 devices like Rhea, jump over and watch Rod's Fishing Adventures on one of those devices. Just not the one you're using to watch my live. Of course, he's probably got better content. I know he's got better content. Who are we joking here? Matter of fact, I'm going to put him on my other device and stick him in my ear. Well, I'm not going to stick Rod in my ear. He wouldn't fit. But I can listen to him. Rhea's still driving. She must be headed back to Illinois. Since I got sick in October, I've got to know a lot about people, the cancer center. It's nice to see them every few weeks. Yeah, definitely. We just had one of our ladies that had moved to a different facility pass away, and at first she didn't like me, but my sarcasm, it came through, and she got to like me, and we got to be pretty close. I can be quite sarcastic. I know y'all think I'm just this nice, innocent, sweet guy. I'm very sarcastic. Just ask Mid-South, he'll tell you. See, Fishing the Mid-South done went over to Rod's Fishing Adventures. Rod's already caught 9 catfish. See, that's a real fisherman there. Oh, you should go down there tomorrow. I've got to work a double. I work 5 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. the next 2 days. Yeah, mid's a troll. That ain't no doubt. I mean, Rhea, you know you're welcome in everybody's life, but not that Mid-South character. Well, I'm glad you hang out with me. I'm so very glad that you came into the community. And just so y'all know, $100 super stickers is always appreciated, but not expected. I'm just kidding. Sounded good though. But I mean, you guys are all awesome. I wish our numbers have fallen off so bad since kids went back to school. It's like right now I would have 20 watch hours, and I guarantee when I get done in 2 hours and log off, I'll have like 10. Yeah, there's my sarcasm. That's it. That's just natural. I don't try to do it. It just happens. See, if it was up to me, I'd be down in New Mexico, hanging out with Rhea and Duke City and Wild Hook, having whatever we can to drink and eat and kick it and fish. That's what I'd be doing if I could. Oh shoot, any kind of super stickers helps. I mean, because it helps pay for gas and bait and tackle, and but that's one of those things that I don't ever. I mean, I just kind of like jokingly said $100 because I know they ain't nobody gonna give me that. But I do appreciate it when people do help or become members, and I'm trying to get my membership down to where it's 99 cents a month. Because YouTube specified, hey, it needs to be $2.99. Well, when I set it up, I didn't realize I could change it. So as soon as I can, I'm gonna bring my memberships down to 99 cents. Because I'd rather have a whole bunch of people in my memberships and communities and send out stickers to them and things like that than have a few because it's $2.99 a month. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get it down to 90. I've gone in a couple times to try to change it, but it won't let me. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong to change it. Because like I know personally, for me to say, okay, I'm going to be a member, and it's going to be $2.99 or $4.99 or whatever a month. You know, it's like, okay, well, I'm doing this to get a sticker and watch a video before somebody else does. I'd rather watch the video personally when it comes out. Holy cow. Thanks, Stacy. There's a $5 super sticker. You didn't have to do that, man. I mean, I appreciate it, but you ain't got to do it. Now I got to catch a fish for you. Stacy's the man with the plan. You'd think. Pretty cool looking little barge going by there. It's a little different looking. That's what I'm hoping for, is a barge bite. Of course, I got this ferry that runs back and forth, and he kicks up all kinds of water. You'd think it'd stir up the fish too. Move baits around. Thanks, Stacy. But yeah, for those of you that's got memberships, I'm trying to get it to 99 cents because $2.99 is just too much in my opinion. For what you're getting, I think it's too much. Are you working today, Stacy? I guess you are. No, what's today? Today is Friday. Yeah, you should be working. And guys, don't forget about Sunday Night Bites. It's on Stacy's channel this week. Because I had to have him start it last week because I was coming back from Kentucky and didn't know what time I'd be back. So it'll be on his again. 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. 7 o'clock Stacy's time. 5 o'clock somebody else's time. Rod must be using stink bait because he said he caught a fish that was about that long. I didn't see it, but I'm sure it's probably a little big channel cat. Rod's in my pocket. And he's in my ear. All right, we got about 25 minutes to go. I really wish I'd ever got some night crawlers. I think that could have made the big difference. Now it's kind of set up more for worms in the first place. And soon I'll start doing videos again, long form videos. I'll probably do more long forms than I will lives. I don't know. Made it to the pub for Free Bacon Friday. Hey, you can't beat that. I think Rhea's at a pub of some sort all day. Rod's got him another one on. That's why I can't wait to go up to fish with Rod. He always gets on. He knows where to fish. He's been fishing the Mississippi River all his life up there. Oh yeah, he's got a nice channel. All right, good deal. Rod got him a nice channel. Rhea, I'm going to come stay with you. But you're going to have to support me because I'll have to quit my job. So that's too long of a drive every day. Let's see. Rhea's time, I think, is it what, 10:38 or 9:38 there, Rhea? I can't remember. She's an hour or 2 hours behind me. That's right. Hey, I'm a cook. That's what I do at my job. So that is possible. We could make that happen. They try to call me a chef, but I'm like, until you start giving me chef pay, you're not calling me chef. Yeah, and I'm one of those cooks. I clean up my mess as I go. So a couple of other cooks, they make a mess and leave it. I'm like, clean up your crap. It's easier to clean it up as you go than to wait. Yeah, I wish I could do that at my work. I can't. Oh yeah, I'm a chef over 25 years. Can't work no more, Sky. Yeah, that sucks. But maybe once you get through this cancer thing and you can get back into work. Work for the fry guy. Just the fry guy. Yeah, I mean, we make almost all of our food we make is like from scratch. And they're like, yeah, we're going to get you guys chef coats and you got to wear your little chef hat. And I said, nope, I ain't doing it. So they got us chef coats and they're still sitting in the package on top of my dresser. That's how far that one went. But if I run over to see my old residence, there's a really good Chinese buffet there. And I try to treat myself once a week to go out. That's the only time I go out. I eat at work or I eat a bologna sandwich or something at home, something quick and easy. Because it's just me, so I don't make big meals at home. There's no reason to. Once in a while, I'll throw some seasoned up pork steaks on the grill. That'll last me a couple days. I'm sure you'll go. I'm sure you'll be all right. Always look at the positive side of it. I am probably the biggest negative Nancy out there. So I try to look at things a little bit better than what they are. It's hard for me though, but I try. All right, we got about 18 minutes. I'm really kind of looking forward to that. I'm glad I thought about going to that restaurant if I go down there. You know, this Chinese restaurant I'm talking about going to, they put, you know, a lot of times you'll go to a Chinese restaurant, got all these big steam wells and stuff with the food in it. These guys put little plates out, so it's always fresh. You're constantly putting new stuff out. It's really nice. And really, for the price you pay, it's I don't know if I'm gonna go do all that. But for the price you pay for it, it's like $13 or something. You go to McDonald's and get some crap food for, and it's going to cost you $13. But you don't want to watch me eat. But I can guarantee they got some good food, and it tastes good. It's not like some of these that have just really crappy stuff. Besides, I don't know how much they like me going in there with a camera and running live. Just don't know if they'd like that. Plus, I can fish. Perryville has a lake, which I've never fished. And they've got hybrid bass in there, which I've never caught. And there's catfish and everything else. So I might go over that lake while I'm there and catfish over there for a little bit too. I don't know. I'm going to be all over the place. But if I do that, I'm probably just going to do a video. There's a guy that does it all the time. Nobody bothers him. Huh. Yeah, see, if I could do a food kind of deal and do it at work and get away with it, I would. But they'd be like, "Oh, you can't do that because it's HEPA policies." I'm like, "We're just cooking food." Oh, you can't do that. If you leave in FRC, we'll see you later. My phone's ringing. Let me grab this. Hello. That was spam risk. They didn't want to talk to me though. So I didn't really want to talk to them either. Cracker Barrel, Five Guys. Huh. I've only ate at Five Guys once, and it was okay. I thought it was expensive for what it was, but I thought it was okay food. I have never been to Outback Steakhouse. I know about them, but there's not one in our area. I've never been there. Yeah, I think you got to go like an hour and 20 minutes to go to an Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, I mean, when I went to Five Guys, it was like, now granted, I went in Florida, so it might have been a little more expensive there. I don't know, but it was like $15 for a hamburger and fries and a drink. I'm like, that's nuts. And it wasn't even a big hamburger, it was a little bitty hamburger. Well, my daughter was living down there, so I went down there on vacation. And really, we didn't spend that much money down there, surprisingly. We were down there for a week. We got the hotel room, was like 50 bucks a night, maybe a 60 bucks a night. So couldn't complain about that. But I got COVID on a stupid airplane on my way down there. So it's like the first day or two I was good, then I was out the rest of the trip. You wouldn't know what to do with 5 girls restaurants. Well, when you're in an airplane, there's nowhere for the air to go. So if somebody on the plane's got COVID, their crap spreading all the way across the plane. That was the first time I had COVID. I'd stayed away from it the entire time. Tops are optional. There you go. So I've had COVID twice. One time when I went to see my daughter in Florida. And then the next time I got it was when I went to see my daughter for her birthday when she was back here in Missouri. So I think it's something to do with my daughter because she seems to be the common cause of my COVID twice. I'm going to put my stuff up over here really quick. I'll be right back. We only got another 10 minutes. Might as well get some stuff packed up. I just want to make one trip to the truck, not 5. All right, that's done. Easy enough. Matter of fact, if I go to Perryville, I can just cut across the back way. And that's a lot quicker to come home than what it is to jump all the way back on the highway and going up the highway. I might do that. Come on, big fish. Yeah. I don't think they're going to come on. I really don't. They got 8 minutes to bite. And I don't think it's going to happen. But you know, if I do go over to Perryville and I go on Perryville Lake, I'm going to scope it out, see what it looks like. I might go live again because it's a new place I've never fished and I might as well share it with you guys. I think it's a decent sized lake. I know it's big enough for a boat, so it's not a small lake. And maybe I can do some luring. That's what old Wild Hook does. He does luring. New spot luck. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I was hoping for new spot luck here, but that didn't happen. Now this is just down from where I caught my 50 and 70 pound fish at. We'll say 60 to 70 pounds. Because we don't really know the true real weight on it because the scale didn't work. All we know is it toppled for sure a 50 pound. But of course all this right here was underwater. This kind of might give you a good idea. Okay, so like when I was fishing here and I caught those two big fish, as far up to the right as you can see, or the left, the water was way back up in there. So you see how far down it is because all them trucks are way down here now. But that area way back there is where I was fishing. So all this was underwater. I don't think the fishies are going to fishy. But thanks for trying, Rhea. Stupid phone reconnected. I'm like, there ain't no reason it should have disconnected in the first place. You're talking about that one right there? That's just a barge. I think they tied it off and they never came back to get it. Danny, my biggest one that I've caught over here, and it's an unofficial weight, but we had a 50-pound scale and it like pegged the 50-pound scale. And there was another guy that had brought a scale over, but the batteries were dead, so we couldn't even get it totally off of the ground before it would shut off. Oh, that one to the left, right? That one right there? That's a ferry that's going across. And then that's some sort of plant down there, manufacturer of some sort. So all we can do is speculate that the blue cat was between 60 and 70 pounds because we don't have an exact true weight. But now I have a 110-pound scale, but I haven't caught a fish to use it on. But ain't that how it works? So I can't honestly tell you the exact size. We can just speculate and guess. I kind of asked everybody in the live their opinion, and they're like, they were all leaning more towards the 65, 70-pound range. But if you're not there and you're not holding it, you can't say for sure. I know it was big, and I caught it on a live, which made it even better. My 50 and my 70-pound I caught on live, or whatever you want to call it. I got a 82, wow. And a pied ball. I've never caught a pied ball before. But 88 pounds, that's awesome. Might as well say 89 pounds. That's an awesome fish. But I do not normally fish in Mississippi. I come down here once in a while to do it. Just because I can catch real fish here. back home, I can catch little channel cats out of the conservation ponds. Well, guys, I don't think we're going to catch anything here. We give it a try. I might go try 76 Conservation Area in Prairieville or Prairieville Lake. They can both be good spots because the one spot, I've never fished it, so it can be a good spot. And I've got some good hits and stuff over at 76 Conservation. Caught a couple of nicer fish. Nothing huge. But the only bad thing about that, it's like 15 miles out of town to even get to it. Once you get through Prairieville, which takes forever to get through Prairieville. So I'm sure Danny Stone knows where Prairieville is and probably the conservation area down there. The rest of y'all don't know. And I don't know if I would have service if I got there or not, because it is pretty good ways out of town. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. I appreciate y'all for watching your Fun Fishing Adventures live stream. I'm going to get these reeled in. If you want to hang out, if you don't, that's cool. Go check out Rod. He's live too. And Rod's Fishing Adventures. He is catching fish because he knows what he's doing. I'm just a fisherman. So thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a great day. We might or might not see you later. But thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me company. See you guys. Thanks. All right, see you guys next time. All right, Cindy. Bye, Cindy. Getting ready to head on out. Thanks for popping in, though. All right, see you guys.